Gotcha. Okay. Um, can you tell me the story about DJ Quick, his stepbrother, Suge, and Tupac at I don't know if it was Cleveland or New Orleans, but it was on that Easy tribute tour apparently. Can you tell me the rundown of that?
Yeah, what happened was that we was in New Orleans doing the concert. And they were bored. I think we had a day off, a day in between the concert from Cleveland to New Orleans. And they were out there. I remember Gonzo and Caution and all of them. They were out there acting crazy, jumping on the back of taxi cabs, riding down the middle of the street, and just out there acting a fool in New Orleans. And so she'll call a meeting in this suite and had all the different artists there and brought everybody that was on the tour in the room. And so they were talking and all this. And so, out of state, when you a security guard, an armed security guard, you can't be like cops, walk around with your gun concealed and stuff. And so I noticed DJ Quik had a security guard with him that was his brother-in-law, not his brother, it was his brother-in-law. He had a security jacket on, walking around with a gun exposed on his waist, and I was like, shit, who's this dude? What's up with him? I said, you can't be doing that. You can't be walking around with a gun like that, exposed. Well, he got a license. I said, in California, to be walking around at a post, working like the security guard you see in a bank and grocery stores and stuff like that. But you can't be walking around in Louisiana like that with a gun. Go get us all in trouble. And so she was like, hey, what's up with that? Oh, I didn't know he had a gun on him. And she was like, man, Quick, you got to discipline him. You got, you can't be, And so that's when Suge was like, somebody got to deal with him. And Quick was like, no. I'll deal with him. I'll discipline him. And that's when Quick was over there hollering and hitting and hitting on this, probably really saving him, to be honest, which I got to respect Quick for that, because I'm sure the brother-in-law would have rather took the ass kicking from Quick than one of the Suge big goons or homies. And so that's all that happened on that. It was an unfortunate situation, but that was just thing. Tell you, on a road trip, somebody was always the butt of a joke or or some type of assault. And that's what happened, and he was just the butt of that situation. But Quick really, I don't even think he was really hitting him, but he really saved him. Where Quick probably preferred him putting hands on him than one of the homies or somebody like that putting hands on him. But that's what happened on that situation.
And is it true that in that story, Suge noticed that he wasn't hitting him hard enough and he had the Outlaws do some stuff to him? Somebody mentioned that.
That
I
what
don't know who
happened?
it was. That once they noticed that Quick wasn't hitting
Oh, yeah, that's what I
the
said.
guy, they had other people come in and take care of it.
I think some other did it for a little while, but Quick kind of stood in the middle of it. But they knew Quick wasn't really hitting him. It was all a big act, like hollering and yelling and all of that. But I'm glad Quick did what he did, to be honest,
Yeah.
because it was really uncalled for. It wasn't no need for that to happen. So
Yeah.
Quick saved the day on that.
Yeah, Nate Dogg always said that Death Row would have been even more successful than it was had Suge not done a lot of the mafia tactics. Was that part of the mafia tactics with like, this guy's out of line in your crew, you need to take care of him, and you know what I mean? Is that, do you agree with that statement?
I don't know. I think that might have what drew the mystique or the time that we were in, and what made everybody attracted to Death Row and fear Suge so much and all of that. Because I know half the shit that Suge get blamed for, Suge had nothing to do with. Nothing at all. But he'll play into it like he did just because he loved that attention or that mystique. And So I don't know. It's hard to tell. It wouldn't work now, but I think in 95, 94, it worked.
Yeah.
And them all having cases. I think that would work. Would a corporation deal with a company now that has this many cases and stuff like that? I don't think so. But back then they did. They caught flack for it. But it wasn't like nobody was trying to let them go. Interscope never part ways with them until Suge went to prison. And they, they had a major deal. People don't know that's the real reason why they wanted to get out of that deal that they had. Suge got $20 million a year guaranteed, plus they had to pay for everything that he wanted to do. That was major. I know some of y'all be like, oh, Master P deal was better. It was 80-20. Master P had to pay for everything and still pay. Suge only had to give up an additional 30%. And you pay for everything that I come up with. That's why his videos were so much more. His sets at award shows were so much more and so much more guided than other labels and stuff like that. And, the Cash Moneys and all that ended up doing it later when they came out with that helicopter and all of that stuff. But they got all that from Death Row. That was all because of those high budgets. Missy Elliott with those high budget videos and stuff. That all came from because of Death Row. Nobody was spending money like that until Death Row had Interscope spending that type of money. Yeah, go look at a Master P video versus a Death Row video. It's a major difference. It's a major difference. But you do that when you're spending your own money versus spending somebody else's money. So.
You speak about the mystique and kind of like the allure of everything, that the atmosphere at Death Row and Suge. It brings to mind the sticker, and you might not even remember it, but I'm going to ask you anyway. And if you remember, you remember. If you don't, you don't. After Tupac passed, a promotional sticker came out that the street team would have and all that stuff, and it was a Death Row logo, and it said "Nobody leaves alive." Do you remember that sticker by any chance?
I remember, but I think it was a little bit before then because we wouldn't have did nothing like that, especially after Tupac had passed away. That would have been stupid. If we did that after Pac died, that's stupid. But it probably was a jab at Dr. Dre in 95, if it was done then. But if it was done in 96, stupid.
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of that. And I wasn't a part of it in 97, 98.
Yeah.
So
I think it was
that was
96,
done in 95.
97. But there was also a poster.
Oh, it was in 97?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to assume that it had anything to do with Tupac because I don't know. That's why I was asking you if you knew. But there was also a poster that was, the footage that you filmed of Suge the day he got out of prison and how he flew on the private plane and then went into the office and he was in that meeting room that had the white walls with the posters on it. There's a poster on that wall. I don't know if you remember it, but it had a picture of Tupac from like 92 where he had the overalls and the hat on, and then next to that was a picture of him where he was on the yacht with the Death Row chain and all the money, and it said from broke, the word I can't say, to made, the word I can't say, made only by Death Row Records. Executive
That was the
producer
song
Suge
we were
Knight.
advertising. That was the Made Nigga song we was advertising.
Okay, so that was going to be for
broke
that
nigga
single.
to a made nigga, but that was advertising the Made Nigga song. But those pictures were done, and they were in Club 662. When Club 662 closed down, is when I pulled those boards down and hung them around the office.
You're talking about the big ones of the
The
artists,
big
right?
ones. Yeah. Yeah. And so
Okay.
that was pictures of that. But that was an advertisement for the Made Nigga song. The question for today is name all the songs that were released promotionally or commercially that were produced by no other than DJ Quik on Death Row.
Okay. And whoever gets that right, they'll get this this Tupac crew neck sweatshirt that they see on the screen. So make sure you put your entry in the comment below, and we'll pick the winner. And just to be clear, Reggie, you wanted all the Quik songs that were produced on Death Row, not just Tupac, right?
All.